Hey, what's up guys, this is Rubik here, and in this video I'll be giving an overview on how to solve the 3x3 and also explain the first few stages. As you can see, there are 8 main stages and I've portrayed them on my cubes. So the first one, we have a daisy, and basically what it is these 4 white edges around a yellow center, and it's not a daisy because it looks like a daisy. Then the next step is a white cross, so it's these 4 white edges around the white center and each of these are aligned. The next step we have is the first layer, the whole white thing and white layer, so the whole white face solved, and around we have a bar over here and a T-shaped is also formed. Then we have the first 2 layers. So these are all solved, the first 2 layers, as you can see. Then on to the last layer, we first have to get a yellow cross. Then we have to align all of these edge pieces so that they are matching. Then we have to put each of these corners in the right place. So as you can see, this corner is yellow, blue and orange, and yellow, blue and orange. So it's in the right place and each of these are there. Finally, after that is the cube solved. There are many different ways on how to solve this, and this is the way I learned it, so I'll just teach it with you. And in this video I'm going to be teaching you these. But before we get into that, there are a few basics which I have to teach you. So there are 3 different types of pieces. So one is the centerpiece. It's in the middle of the face, and the centerpiece, they never move. So blue and green will always be opposite to each other, and so will red and orange and white and yellow. And the color scheme also remains the same. This won't be very important now, but when you get to solving big cubes like 4x4, this gets very important. So I'll just give you a basic overview of it. This is how I learned it. Orange is always to the left of green if white's on top. It's pretty simple if you do it like that. And the next piece we have is the edge pieces. And the edge pieces, they only have 2 colors on them. And all of these are edge pieces. And finally we have the corner pieces which have 3 colors on them. Yeah, so that's basically it. And one more thing you need to know, and these are very, very important. They are called move notations. So these come in algorithms, and algorithms are basically a set of moves which mess up a cube for a while, but then gets it to what a desired permutation. So say there are many different algorithms, and you'll have to know many to solve the cube. So to start off with the move notations, there are two ways you can there are actually 3, but there are 3 ways you can move a face. So one is clockwise, so you move it like a clock, and anti-clockwise, so you move it like the opposite way a clock's hands move. And the third is a double move, where you move the face twice. So now for the move notations. So basically they are a set of letters that tell you which face to move and how to move it. So to start off, the face which is facing you, or the front face, is called F. And the face which is on top is called U. The face at the back is called B. The face on the right is called R. And the face on the left is called L. The face on the bottom is called D. So these are the letters that donate all the faces. And so how the move notations, so this is just R. So you're moving the right face clockwise. And then R prime or R inverted is when you're moving it anti-clockwise. So this is L, where you're moving it clockwise, or L prime is when you're moving it anti-clockwise. So U clockwise on the top face, U prime when you move it anti-clockwise on the top face, F front face clockwise, F prime front face anti-clockwise. And the same thing applies to back and down. So back, that's B, which is clockwise, and B prime anti-clockwise. Then D and D prime. So that's basically it. And just for a practice of an algorithm, I'll show you a simple one, and this is actually pretty important later on. It's R U R prime U prime, and if you do this 6 times, it actually returns a cube to its solved state. So that's one time you've done it. R U R prime U prime. 2 R U R prime U prime. 3 R U R prime U prime. R U R prime U prime. R U R prime U prime, and it's solved. So if you repeat an algorithm, for different algorithm it varies, but some are 2, most are 2, I think. That comes later on. Some are 6, some are 3 also as well, but we'll get into those later on, and that's a more advanced method. So now for the first, so let's just scramble this all up. Scramble up your cube. So now what we have to do is get a daisy pattern. As I told, it's like this. So what we want to do is look for white edges. So edges that have white on them. So there's one here which is already on the yellow face. That's really good. And let's look around. Okay, there's one here. So to move this over here, what we can do is an L prime. So that moves it up to here. Okay, where are the rest? So there are both of the other 2 are over here. So to get this over there, we have to move this face twice. So that's R2. Now we want to get this down here, but if we do that, so we have to move this twice to get it down here, right? So on F2, but this displaced this edge. So what we have to do first is move the down face twice, and then move this like that. And another thing, if you have it like this, where it's not facing where it's like this, so it's not facing either the white face or the yellow face. So if this is what's called as a bad edge. So to do this, so we move this, so we have to get this down here, right? So we move it away from it, move this down, okay, then move this in there, and then move this back. So that is in there. So that's so now we have our daisy complete. So the next step is, of course, the white cross. So what we have to do here is align each of these. So this one luckily is already aligned. So we can do an F2 and move it into here. Now for the next edge, this isn't aligned. So this is a green, and green is over here. So we can do a U, and then that aligns it, and then we can do and F2 again. And this is also aligned, so another F2. Then we can move this, we have to move this over here because this is orange and that's orange. So we can do a U, and then another F2. So now we've done our white cross. And so now what we have to do is solve the whole white layer. So it has to come like this. And to do this, we need to insert these corner pieces. So you have to look for corner pieces that have white on them. So there's one here. So if you keep it white on top, there's one here. So what you have to do is get this corner piece. So this is white, red and blue. So where's red and blue? So white, red and blue. actually white, red and blue. So this goes over here, so you have to get this exactly where it needs to go. So this comes here, so you can do a D prime, keep it like this. So now we have another an algorithm that's pretty important. So how it goes is R prime, D prime, R, D. So now that has inserted this edge in, corner in, and it's in the proper orientation. So there's one white corner here, so it has blue and orange. So blue and orange are over here, so this goes in there. So now we have to do this again. R prime, D prime, R, D. It's not solved, so we have to do it again. R prime, D prime, R, D. Again it's not solved, so we'll do it again. R prime, D prime, R, D. We'll do it again. R prime, D prime, R, D. Again, R prime, D prime, R, D. Now it's solved. So there's one over here, so let's just move this down again, and we'll do the same algorithm again. R prime, D prime, R, D. 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 And now we finally have our last corner piece over here, and this goes into the one remaining slot. So we do it, we move it directly below it, and then we do the algorithm again. R prime, D prime, R, D. 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 Now these all the sides, this first layer is complete, and so is this bar, so that means you've solved it correctly. And that's all I'll be teaching in this video. In the next video I'll be teaching the first two layers, and I'll also be teaching the last layer. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and it was informative, and if you have any complaints or suggestions, feel free to feel free to comment, and please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.